Hey, it's Clark Reid, back with more tech headlines for you. If you like our reports, you could sure help us by whacking that like button, and you can also subscribe, and then you know when each new report is posted. Just as the White House was making noise about tightening oversight on AI companies, several have signed agreements to provide the U.S. government with advanced access to their AI systems. And Gadget.com reports that the Commerce Department's Center for AI Standards and Innovation, CAISI, will evaluate the new models that the companies develop. CAISI Director Chris Fall said in a statement that independent, rigorous measurement science is essential to understanding frontier AI and its national security implications, unquote. The statement continued that these expanded industry collaborations help us scale our work in the public interest at a critical moment. Boy, doesn't that sound like jargon. Well, anyway, the deal calls for Google, Microsoft, and xAI to provide their models to the government with reduced or even disabled safeguards in order for the organization to probe them for national security-related capabilities and other risks. Let's hope that the government folks are on top of large language models enough to be up to this job. It's a little funkier looking than Google's own, but Walmart is coming out with a Gemini-powered smart speaker. It's charcoal and it's somewhat cone-shaped with fabric sides and physical buttons on the top. According to AndroidPolice.com, there isn't a release date yet or a price, but it's a pretty safe guess. It'll be cheaper than Google's own home speaker, which sells for $99.99, or the hapless Apple HomePod Mini with Siri at $99. The little Walmart speaker has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, a 10-watt amp, and it may be a little less flashy than the Google speaker, which comes in 4 colors, but with the same Gemini power, it should be a big hit for Walmart. Apple is apparently in early talks with Intel about using its chip-making services, and Apple Brass also has visited a Samsung chip plant being built in Texas. MacRumors.com notes that up to now, main processors have been built for Apple by Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC. Apple's said to be seeking potential additional suppliers beyond TSMC as a way to avoid the recent shortages that almost are entirely driven by the current build-out of AI data centers. Neither Intel nor Samsung can reliably provide the kind of production that TSMC can at scale, so it's not clear how much of anything will come out of these discussions. Apple already has worked with TSMC to help expand a plant in Phoenix, which is now producing a limited number of chips for Apple already and expects to make 100 million chips for the company in 2026. In other Apple news, iOS 26.5 is finally getting end-to-end encryption from iPhones to Android RCS messages. Finally. MacRumors.com reports that the features are available with supported carriers, and it'll roll out over time. And as the carriers support the latest version of the of RCS, end-to-end encryption is on by default, and there's a toggle for it in Messages in the section of the settings that the encrypted messages are denoted with a little lock symbol like on your browser. This is really some good news, and not to beat a dead horse, but it's about time, Apple. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.